creatine supplementation has gained increasing popularity in the gym industry.
Is creatine safe for you?
Creatine causes hair loss.
Creatine.
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 But the thing is, it's also in other things like sports and the Olympics. What is even creatine and what is so special about it? Well, that is what I'm going to be covering in today's video. Not only will I be going over what creatine is, whether or not it actually helps you lose weight or not. I will be using scientific articles, including my own experience as someone who has been taking creatine for the last 3 years and has lost a tremendous amount of weight in the same timeline. Now, if you guys want early access to the videos I work on, all of my socials below this video or literally right here on the screen. I will be way more active on these platforms. Now, first of all, to determine whether creatine helps with weight loss, we need to figure out what it is first. Now, what is creatine? Creatine is a compound that is made out of 3 amino acids. The first one is L-arginine, glycine, and L-methionine. Now, if some of you guys don't already know, you actually already have it in your system. You see, your liver and your kidneys already produce a small amount. On their own, it's not enough to meet your daily needs. This process of creatine production in your body is also known as endogenous creatine synthesis. And since your body can't produce enough creatine for you to reach your daily recommendations, to reach your daily needs of creatine, it comes from your diet. Most of the animal products that we consume, like fish, eggs, beef, chicken, contains a significant amount of creatine that helps us reach our recommendation. So an average person, depending on their height and their weight, as well as how much they're training in the gym or at all, they need to consume around 2 to 3 grams of creatine per day to maintain a healthy lifestyle. However, most athletes and weightlifters tend to take it as a supplement rather than just increasing their meat intake. Wait. Now, the reason why they do this is because the greater and more intense your workouts are, the more creatine you will need. Which brings me to my next point. What does creatine even do? Creatine is like that natural version of steroids, except it's literally natural. Although it's not going to make you look like Ronnie Coleman in a week, it does help you build and recover muscle faster. As we all know, the skeletal muscle is very important to us. It is responsible for every single movement that we do throughout the day. Sports, posture, helps generate heat, and of course, to look jacked as hell. Now, you see, according to this article on the screen, approximately 95% of the creatine in the human body is stored within the skeletal muscle. Creatine has been proven to not only increase anaerobic energy capacity during workouts and enhance physical performance, but it also speeds up muscle recovery, the stimulation of testosterone and human growth hormone, also known as HGH. And the best part is that there are way more creatine research that backs up this statement. For any of my older viewers out there, this part is for you. It also reduces sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is an age-related muscle condition where you lose muscle and strength the more you age. A study was conducted where older participants aged 60 to 84 years old supplemented their diet with creatine. While they were doing this, they also included supervised resistance training 3 times a week for 12 weeks. What the study found was that the participants who supplemented with creatine experienced greater gains in their lean tissue mass, as well as more lower body strength, endurance, as well as even flexibility in the knees, which is very important when you're aging. So it only helps with your muscles. That's it? Not exactly. Performance-related studies from the last few decades shown that it might also provide clinical and therapeutical benefits. What this means is that you could use creatine for more than just building muscle or preventing sarcopenia. You see, while I was doing my research for this video, I found a gigantic ass flipping article. My attention span is suffering right now. And what the article shows is that yes, there is benefits to creatine, and yes, it is safe. So if you have strict parents where they're not allowing you to supplement with creatine, show them this video. Creatine is one of the most studied, if not the most studied, effective ergogenic aids for weightlifters and athletes, hence why professionals take it. Several studies related to the performance of creatine have reported that creatine supplementation has helped lower cholesterol levels, as well as triglycerides, and manage blood lipid levels. More studies found that it also helps accumulation of fat on the liver, neurodegenerative diseases, risk of heart disease, and even the progression of cancer. Yes, cancer. But this isn't like a magic supplement where if you take it, you'll be cured. These are just minor benefits that could lead to long-term ones as well. Something a little extra is that it also acts as an antidepressant to some extent. These are benefits to reducing negative aspects. How about increasing the good ones? Creatine supplementation has been reported to increase brain activity by 5 to 15%. What this means is that you'll be able to study longer without any distractions, improve your memory, and also increase your thinking speed. Not only does it give you performance benefits, it also protects your brains from diseases, making it stronger. In terms of diabetes and glucose management, a study was done on participants with type 2 diabetes with creatine supplementation. What the researchers found was that creatine supplementation improved glucose tolerance to ingesting a standard meal. See, this is just research in a nutshell. If you guys want to check it out and also any other benefits that actually aren't listed in the video, check out the link in the description below. Now, the moment that you guys have been waiting for, should you take creatine to lose weight? And does it actually help you lose weight or not? Now, I hate to be one of the guys who says yes and no, but yes and no. Although creatine has so many performative benefits, again, it is not a magical supplement where if you take it, burn your fat away or just help you drop all your weight.
Peter?
Yeah?
Are you alright? I'm fine.
Research report states that creatine supplementation while following an energy restricted diet, which is literally just a calorie deficit, basically creatine will help you maintain and build muscle while you're losing weight, giving the illusion that you are losing weight with creatine. But in reality, you're actually just losing weight yourself. If your goal is primarily only weight loss, no building muscle or any athletic performance, creatine is definitely not necessary. In terms of building muscle, is creatine necessary to build more muscle and have more strength? Of course not. But the thing is, if you want to maximize your performance in the gym as well as your growth and recovery, you should definitely consider creatine as an option. So if it doesn't fit into your monthly budget, don't sweat it. Creatine is just like caffeine. You don't need it, but it does help.
I can't eat! I'm broke! I'm broke!
If you were to go into your local supplement store right now and buy a tub of creatine, how much should you take? If you're just starting out and you want to reach peak performance as well as saturate your muscles as quickly as possible, you will want to do something called a loading phase. A loading phase consists of consuming around 10 to 20 grams of creatine for 7 days straight. I kind of just want you guys to imagine it like a line graph right now, okay? The very upscale is when you're taking 10 to 20 grams of creatine per day. And this is the average amount that people take, which is 5 grams. You see, the 5 grams is way more smoother and less aggressive, but it honestly depends on the person. So I always seem to forget to put in my own personal experience. But first of all, don't worry, you're not gonna bald, okay? Your hairline is not gonna just ravel up and then soon you will have like LeBron's hairline. No disrespect to my boy LeBron though. But just in case you guys are still worried, there is no structured research on creatine causing balding. But the thing is, there's also not structured research that proves that it doesn't. Me personally, I haven't experienced any balding, but that's good because I really don't want to look like Saitama. For right now, I'm taking creatine monohydrate. It is the most researched and most safe and trusted that professionals, just influencers in general, just take, right? So if you guys are gonna plan on getting creatine, always get the monohydrate. I'm pretty sure I got this for like $30. Like, this is gonna last you at least 2 months or at least a month. If you do up your dose the first time you take it, you're gonna have a little bit more of a rocky start, right? Okay, so basically what I do is for like a few months, I take 5 grams, which is just a scoop. And then I pick a certain week, really up my strength or just build a lot more muscle. I take 2 scoops. So that's 10 grams. And basically I have these loading phases like every few months. And then after those 7 days, you want to bring it down to your normal 5 grams. Doing this, I find that you might still get a few side effects since, you know, you're doubling your doses, right? I've experienced diarrhea. I've experienced stomach problems, headaches, just a lot of dehydration because the higher your dose, the higher the severity of your side effects. But I definitely have seen tremendous progress. It's just like the perfect way to like maximize your creatine performance. In terms of taking creatine for the first time, I think within the first 3 months or so, you could expect to gain at least 1 to 4 pounds depending on how well you're training and how well you're eating. Drink as much water as you can. It's gonna suck because literally you're gonna have to wake up in the middle of the night having to use the washroom at least like 2 to 3 times. But of course your body's gonna regulate it and you won't have to use the washroom as much. But if it's your first time taking it, you're definitely gonna need to expect a few washroom uses. I know that my female viewer rate has been increasing lately, so I just want to exclusively for any females watching this video. In terms of the core benefits, you're gonna have the exact same benefits as any male that is taking creatine. You should expect to have some muscle gain. You're definitely gonna be increasing in other hormones, just not testosterone. But other than that, you could expect the same amount of benefits, clinical and therapeutical. Yeah, as long as you keep yourself hydrated and be careful on your loading phase, you should be fine. There's just one more thing you need to pay attention to. People with liver and kidney diseases are recommended to not take this as a supplement. If you have any other illnesses, diseases, and conditions, consult with a doctor before you do this. If you guys are loving these videos, like the video so I know that I can make more like these. Until then, peace out.